What's up, guys? Morning, D'Artagnan. I remember you from the last stream. Please help me. Should I sell it or wait it? I don't understand. I bought it 10. I don't know. Don't want to lose any more money. So you're talking about Luna 2. I'll look at that real quick for you. Luna 2. This is the chart. So it actually went up to 12 for a little bit, but now we're back down at 7. You'll probably get another opportunity where it'll be above 10. I think it might come down to 5 again, though. $5 before it goes back up, but we'll see. Good man, very nice first review of Luna, and appreciate you staying up to do so, brother. Thanks, man. Thanks, D'Artagnan. All right, Luna Classic. So Luna Classic actually pumped super hard a couple days ago, and now it's dipped down, so we might be getting near a good point to buy again. Could be a good time to buy now. We're almost down to 10 from 18, so might be a good time to buy some. Might go a little lower, but I think it's pretty decent right now. What do you guys think? I think we could pump back up just like we were here. And that would be like another 2x. So that'd be pretty sweet. Let's go on CoinMarketCap. That's Luna 2. Terra Classic. All right, yeah, so Terra Classic's only at 700 million market cap, so still has a lot of room to grow. Getting up to a few billion wouldn't be that hard. So, I mean, a 2x would only be 1.4 billion, which is actually less than Luna 2's at right now, or about the same. Luna 2 is at 1.4 billion market cap, and Terra Classic is 700 million, so half that. So Terra Classic could 2x easy. So we'll see. Now, is Terra Classic gonna get to $1? Probably not. Definitely not without burns, but theoretically with burns you could eventually get there, but it would take a long time probably, because supply would have to get down to like 1 billion, and we're at 6.5 trillion, so you'd be looking at a lot of burns. Basically the whole supply, I mean 99%. You'd have to burn 6.5 trillion, and you'd still have 39 billion supply left, so be a lot of burns. But there's at least one exchange that is currently burning tokens, so if more start burning, there could be hope. But I wouldn't be counting on $1. Now, once you could hope for 1 cent, 1 cent's definitely doable. Even without burns, you could get to 1 cent, because that would only put us at a 70 billion market cap. And Dogecoin got up to like a 70 billion market cap, and that's a complete meme coin. So So why not Terra Classic? Obviously, this isn't going to happen right now. I don't think it could happen in a bear market like we're in now, but once we go into a bull market again, it could possibly get up to a cent, especially if we see burns. So we'll see. But this year, I mean, we're in a bear market right now, so it might take a year or two before we enter a bull market. But once we do, we could possibly see this get up to a cent. That'd be 100x, so that'd be pretty sweet. Brad Pitt says, I'm counting on 1 cent to 10 cent. Ooh. I can see 1 cent, but 10 cent. 10 cent, we definitely have to have some burns because that would put us at a 700 billion market cap. So with burns, we could get there because the market cap wouldn't have to get so high, but we'll see what happens with these burns. Also, welcome back, Brad Pitt. I remember you from last live stream, from my first live stream. I remember D'Artagnan. I remember Sweetman. Thanks for coming back, guys. But yeah, I don't know if you guys watched my recent videos, but I talked about Ethereum Classic, and Ethereum Classic, when Ethereum and Ethereum Classic split up, it pretty much went flat for a while. And then after like a little less than a year, it entered the 2017 bull market, and it went from under $1 to $44. So that's over a 40x. So if Ethereum Classic did it, then why not Terra Classic? So it might take a while, but if you're patient, you could maybe get some huge gains off this in the future. So like I've said, you can either do short little trades with Luna Classic. You can buy when it's low, and then when you see a nice pump, you can sell, make some quick profits. Like maybe right now would be a decent time to buy. I don't know. It looks like, I mean, we've dipped down pretty far. So say you buy here and then it pumps up again, back up to where it was. Hey, that's a great trade. That's almost a 2x. So you can double your money doing stuff like that. So that's one way you can play it. Another way is just, well, that's Luna too. Another way is just buy a little bit of Terra Classic and then just forget about it, and maybe in a few years it'll be worth a lot, possibly. So you could just buy a little bit, wait a few years, wait till crypto goes back into a bull market, and then, I mean, when crypto's in a bull market, everything pumps. So if Terra Classic survives that long, you could make some good gains. I remember I was on your last stream and I was on MEXC and I did a market order on the countdown, but it only let me get in at $9. Yeah, I know. As soon as the countdown hit 0, instantly I just saw it was at $13 already from 50 cents. So I didn't even get in. But yeah, that was pretty funny. That was pretty fun. But yeah, if you're holding, let's say you bought $109 of Terra Classic right now. If it got to $1, you'd be a millionaire just from $109. But again, that would take some serious burning, and that would probably take quite a while. But in theory, it's possible. That was same thing in my case. I did not sell. What a big mistake. Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, new launches, it's pretty much a straight gamble. Now, let's say you bought $100 worth now, and we get to, in a couple years, we get to 1 cent. That $100 would be worth $10,000. So that'd be pretty nice. And all you have to risk is $100. So not too bad. Not too bad. Let's look at Terra or Luna 2 real quick here. So Luna 2, man, Luna 2 actually pumped way more than I thought. Like, it just went straight from 6 to 12 in like a few hours suddenly. And I think that was before Binance even listed it. So I was expecting people to be more cautious before Binance listed it, but I guess because obviously people are probably going to dump their airdrops once it lists on Binance. But apparently a lot of people thought the listing would pump the price, so people were buying. But then we did see it dump off after Binance listed. But question is, how far down is it going to go? Tough to say. I think we could come back down to like 5 or 6 like we were back here. It's probably pretty likely, but you never know. You never know. Some rumor or something could suddenly cause this to pump up again. So tough to say with new launches. Next time we should click buy at 1 second left. Yeah, I mean, pretty much. Pretty hard to beat bots that are just gonna instantly buy the first millisecond it's listed. Hello, Mohammed Haj. I remember you from last stream. Thanks for coming back. We're just talking about Luna Classic and Luna 2. And yeah, Luna 2. How do you guys think that this is going to dip further, or do you think we're going to see another pump soon? Another 2x? I think it might dip a little more. But tough to say. On Binance, I don't know if you guys saw, it went up to like $25, then down to $8 within the first few minutes, and then pretty much just went flat at $8 after that. So it's pretty similar to the other exchanges launching it that we saw. But yeah, supply of Luna 2 is 210 billion, pretty small. Now Terra Classic, so people have been saying there's burns, and I'm pretty sure there are burns, but it's kind of funny because I feel like the circulating supply has increased. I feel like the last time I looked at this, like a few days ago, it was 6536, and now it's 6539. Actually, earlier today, I think it was 6540, so I guess it did go down a little bit. So looks like we are seeing burns, but like a few days ago, I think it was 6536, which means we increased like 3 billion. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was 36. So yeah, I don't know why the supply just keeps going up like that. But yeah, my video I made a few hours ago, it was 6540, and now it's 6539. So I guess we are seeing some burns. So that's cool. I think we're having another pump soon because of the burns coming. Yeah. For Luna Class or Terra Classic, yeah, I can see that. I'm comparing Luna Classic with Ethereum Classic chart. It will cool down before the long run. Yeah, I've been looking at that too. So yeah, we might see it. I mean, we'll probably see a few pumps here because there's a lot of attention on it right now, and then it'll probably flatten out for a while once the hype dies down a bit. And then maybe after a year or two, when we enter a bull market again, we could see it pump like crazy. That's my guess. So, yeah. I'm just holding my Terra Classic. I'm just going to hold it, you know, until this goes up like crazy, or if nothing happens. I mean, this could possibly go up a lot, or it could go down a lot too. But I'm just going to hold mine probably for a few years at least. I'm going to at least hold it until we go into a bull market again and just see what happens. But yeah, that's Luna Classic. It's actually going up a bit right now. Nice. Yeah, probably not a bad time to buy on this little dip here. Right here, it was looking pretty nice, but then it dipped down further, but we'll see. Maybe we're like right here. Looks pretty similar. Hopefully. Hey, what's up, you? What's up, Bongmerk at TV? Did I say that right? In 6 months, I think we will be looking good, says Brad Pitt. Yeah, hopefully. For Terra Classic, I'm assuming you're talking about. Hopefully, for Luna 2, I think Luna 2, well, it's probably going to have some pumps, and then it'll probably flatten out for a bit, and maybe it'll do well after it settles down. The first 6 months, it has some good potential because the supply is pretty constrained, only at 210 million supply. So, but once 6 months hits, then there's going to be more supply. So like people will unlock some more of their airdrop. Every 6 months you unlock a little bit more of your airdrop. So then we'll have more supply, and that might dump the price a bit. And then at 1 year, people get some more airdrops. So next year, end of May, people will get even more airdrops, and all the whales who held over 10K Luna before the crash, they haven't gotten anything so far, and that's when they'll be getting their first tokens. That's when they'll be getting a lot of tokens. So 1 year, there could be a really big dump. So if you're holding Luna 2, you might want to take some profits next year before the end of May because there could be a dump. And yeah, and whenever you're buying coins, that's why you got to look at the fully diluted market cap, because it's like you see market cap is 1.4 billion, fully diluted market cap is 7.5 billion. So that means if the diluted market cap is a lot bigger than the market cap, it means there's a lot of tokens out there that are not currently circulating, but eventually could be introduced into the circulating supply, which is going to dilute the value of what you hold, and it's going to bring the price down. So if the diluted market cap's way higher than the market cap for any coin, you got to be careful. You got to figure out research why that is, when the new tokens are going to be coming into the supply. And if the market cap and fully diluted market cap are like equal or about the same, that's pretty nice, because then you know there's not going to be more coins coming in and driving the price down. Taylor says, Luna 2 not a good long-term hold at this point? Question mark. It's tough to say, because the majority of people kind of hate Do Kwon. And like, people don't really trust Do Kwon or Terraform Labs, me included. It's like, I mean, maybe, well, regardless, if they just got attacked and they're completely innocent, well, it means still doesn't matter. I mean, that could happen again. And even worse scenario is like they were in on the fall of Terra Luna. And I mean, it looks pretty shady right now. And so, yeah, I don't know. So people don't trust them, especially because Do Kwon was talking about like a kill switch where he could pull the trigger and they disappear, and Terra Classic Terra Luna disappears. So I don't know what's up with that, but that makes it look pretty shady. So yeah, I don't know. Long term Luna 2 right now, it's pretty shaky. I mean, it's obvious a lot of people don't trust them, because Luna 2, it's pretty much, it's a fully developed chain. Like, they just launched a new blockchain, but it's fully developed. They took over a lot of the protocols they had on the original Luna. So it's already fully developed. They just don't have the stablecoin, which I guess is a good thing, because that's what caused them to collapse in the first place. But it's a fully developed chain. It's pretty much the same as it was. But the market cap is only 1.4 billion right now. And it used to be what? At its peak, like a 40 billion market cap. So like almost 40 times as big. So that tells you that people obviously don't trust it. If people trusted them, then the market cap would just go right back up. But it's just staying down here. So yeah, but it's a pretty risky play. I mean, whenever there's FUD, whenever people are super doubtful about something, it is a super good opportunity, because that's why the price is so low right now, only $7. And so if you do, is risky, but if you buy when everyone else is scared to buy, and then it does work out, that's how you can make some huge gains. But of course, it is risky. So if they can restore some trust with people, then it could do super good. And that will probably take a while, I would imagine. Like, we might have a few pumps here just because of all the attention on it, but it'll probably dip back down and then just kind of go flat for a while. People will forget about it. But if their blockchain keeps developing and producing good stuff, and we enter another bull market, then Luna 2 could actually do super good, I think, because it is a fully developed chain. It rivals, you could say it rivals Solana, Avalanche, etc. So yeah, long term, maybe it'll do well. I have no idea. Or maybe they'll rug pull again and then be like, all right, time for Luna 3, guys. Let's do Luna 3. Then we'll just keep rug pulling. Huddle until the last breath. Yes. Have you heard Do Kwon is adding another stablecoin to the new Luna 2? I did hear something about that. A new stablecoin. I feel like people aren't going to be too happy or supportive about that. It's like, okay. Like, who's going to want to buy a stablecoin that Do Kwon makes? after what happened to UST. It's like, yeah, right. I think I'll just keep my money in Tether or USDC or literally anything else than Do Kwon stablecoin. I'll keep it in Bitcoin. I think I'd feel safer keeping my money in Bitcoin than in a stablecoin that Do Kwon created. Oh god. But yeah, we'll see. What do you guys think? Luna 2 or Luna Classic? Which one's going to give bigger gains in the next 4 years? It's a tough choice. If Luna 2 restores people's trust, I think they could give some really good gains, but we'll see. If you look at Ethereum and Ethereum Classic actually had really good gains. It did like a 40x like a year or a year and a half after they split. In 2017 is when it pumped hard, and Ethereum, of course, pumped even harder. So maybe it'll be a similar situation here. Luna Classic is going back. We'll see. Excuse me. Look at this current glitch on CoinDesk. But yeah, I'm just holding some Luna 2 and some Luna Classic, and we'll see which one wins. But yeah, definitely want to hold some Bitcoin too, guys. Brad Pitt saying Luna Classic is 1 cent on CoinDesk. Interesting. But yeah, Bitcoin actually, woohoo! Bitcoin's pumping right now. And if you don't hold any Bitcoin, definitely hold some Bitcoin, because it's probably not going to give you like 100 or 1000x in the next couple years, but it's way more safe than these other coins, and it'll still probably give you like a 10x in the next few years. So definitely good to hold some Bitcoin, especially if you hold a lot of other coins. You want something you can at least be sure is going to, a lot of these other coins, they could disappear, but Bitcoin's not going anywhere. So definitely want to hold some of that. Oh, it's not going up so much anymore. But I think we could see another pump like we did back here. Still tons of attention on Terra Classic and Luna. So we'll probably see some more pumps. We'll see what happens. Bitcoin's pumping. If Bitcoin can keep pumping, that will help. That'll help all the cryptos. Let's go look at some other ones. Alrighty. It's kind of laggy when I'm streaming. So this is the top gainers. Let's see. Whew, UST is now down to about 2 cents. Ouch. Oh, by the way, so I had like 1 million wrapped Luna on Coinbase and 1,000 UST. And then I remember last live stream I was saying how I went on there and it was gone, and I was like, And yeah, I thought Coinbase just like rugged me, because I went on there and all my wrapped Luna and UST was completely gone. And I was like, what the heck? Like I knew they were suspending trading, but I was like, why is it completely gone? But I found out it's not gone. You just have to, over in where you look at your portfolio, what you're holding, you just scroll way down, and it's, for some reason, it's way down there instead of up at the top. So I scrolled way down, and yeah. So if you have wrapped Luna or UST on Coinbase, it's actually still there. You just have to scroll down to see it. So hopefully they bring back trading on there. Otherwise, you can always just send it to someplace else that trades it. But we'll see. Brad Pitt says Luna has a million watch lists for CoinMarketCap. Yeah, is that Luna 2 or Luna Classic? Luna 2 has only 98,000. Terra Classic has 1 million. Oh, yeah. So Terra Classic has like 10 times. Yeah, 10 times the people putting it on their watch list. That's pretty crazy. And yeah, I mean, I've noticed it seems like there's way more support for Terra Classic, way more attention on Terra Classic. People seem to be a lot more interested in Terra Classic, not so much in Luna 2. And like we saw in that poll, 92% of the community wanted Do Kwon and them to just stick with Terra Classic. Just save Terra Classic, burn tokens, and forget about this new Luna. But they just went ahead and went with the new fork anyways. Well, I guess it's not a fork. I guess it's a new blockchain, but they went ahead and made Luna 2. So, yeah, like 92% of people, looks like this is matching up pretty good. So if you, 1 million plus about 100,000, 92% of those are over on Terra Classic. So potentially Terra Classic could pump a lot harder than Luna 2. It's got way more eyes on it, about 10 times the eyes. All right, let's see the other gainers. NU Cypher, it's up 100% today. What the heck? Do you guys own NU Cypher? Sadly, I do not. Sadly, I do not. I do have Origin Protocol though, so that's pretty nice. Up 22%. Maple, got some pancakes. Nice. Man, Tron is crazy. Tron is like one of the few coins that's been, like everything's gone down like crazy since November, but Tron is one of the few coins that's held up insanely well. Let me show you the chart. Excuse me. So, all right, so, holy. Yeah, so this was April last year, November. Chart doesn't look too good, but compared to a lot of other coins, it's not bad at all. So it went from like it was at like a year ago 16 cents, and now it's 8 cents. So it's only gone down 50% since then. A lot of other coins are down like 90%. I feel like pretty much every altcoin is down like 90%. So not bad. Brad Pitt says, I can't believe Tron is doing better than VeChain. Yeah, VeChain been bit disappointing. That VeChain was super hyped like a year ago, but hasn't been doing too good. Let's look at VeChain. VeChain, not too bad, still 2 billion market cap, but it did go down a lot. Yeah, see, this is more what most of the charts for altcoins look like right now. So April last year it was at 25 cents. Now it's at 3 cents. Oh man. So like, so Tron is like up here. This would be 50% drop. But VeChain's way down here. So that's pretty rough. But hopefully it'll bounce back when Bitcoin starts going up again. Let's go look at the top gainers again. Top 100 coins. Tron doing good. Kusama, Compound, KuCoin token, yeah. Basic Attention token. I like that one. Hopefully, Basic Attention token did super good last year. Hopefully it comes back. Good old Dogecoin, classic. But yeah, let's check Luna Classic again. So, pretty big dip here, and starting to go up, starting to curve up a bit. So could be a decent time to buy. Maybe we'll see another pump like this. Maybe we're like in a similar situation as over here, starting to curve up. Maybe we'll slowly go up and then start pumping hard. We'll see what happens. We'll see. Are you guys buying at this price? Could be decent. Zoom in a bit. Zoom in. Not bad. Yeah, it's crazy. Luna 2 only 98,000 watch lists. Terra Classic 1 million. Let's go. And Terra Classic has half the market cap, so we could see a 2x and we'd still just be the same size as Luna 2. So maybe we'll see another 2x here. Get up to like 20. That'd bring us about back up to where we were. For some reason, Binance hasn't sold their Luna Classic holdings. Interesting. I guess CZ is bullish. The volume on Luna Classic is weak. Let's see. You know, it's weird because on TradingView, this is the 30-minute chart, and look at this. This biggest candle here, the volume is saying 104 billion in 30 minutes. That I don't know if that can't be accurate. That seems way too high. Can we reduce Luna Classic supply by making, let's say, 1,000 Luna equal 1 Luna? Same as SafeMoon. So 1,000 Luna equal 1 Luna. Not sure exactly what you mean. Making 1,000 Luna equal 1 Luna. Well, if I'm understanding you right, in order to make 1,000 Luna equal 1 Luna, you would have to so if you're saying like increase the price by 1,000 x, well, then we'd be at 1,000 x would get us to 10 cents. So you'd have to burn the supply down to like 10 billion, I believe, to get there. And we're at 6.5 trillion. So basically you'd have to burn 6.5 trillion tokens. So in theory, eventually you could get there. Burning is like the only way. I mean, you can't just be like, okay guys, we're just gonna every 1,000 token. I mean, they essentially did what you're saying with Luna 2. Like, they took I don't know what it was. It was like so like 1 million tokens gave you like 15 tokens. So it was like for every 10,000 tokens or something, you got like 1 token, or like every 100,000 or 50,000 or something. So they kind of did that with Luna 2. Bro, do you believe Luna can hit X3, X5 any soon? Is there a chance, really? So can Luna... Are you talking about Luna 2 or Terra Classic? I don't know if Terra Classic's going to do a 3 to 5x. I mean, it's totally possible because 3x would only be 2 billion market cap. So, yeah, that could happen. 3x actually wouldn't be too hard. I mean, we literally a few days ago saw a 2x in less than a day. So, yeah, we could do a 3x totally. If massive burns start happening, even if the burns don't really affect the price, just the fact, like if they actually start burning billions of tokens, just the fact that that burning's happening is going to make people start FOMOing in and buying this. And yeah, we could see like a 3x or a 5x totally. We divide also the supply by 1,000 proportionally. All right, so Alan X, I think you're saying like let's say you're holding 1 million tokens. Basically, they would just divide everyone's tokens they're holding by 1,000. So if you're holding 1 million, you'd be left over with 1,000 tokens. Is that what you're saying? But I mean, they could do that and it would increase the price, and that would be a way you could like burn tokens, I guess. But it would increase the price, but you wouldn't actually gain any value because your tokens would decrease proportionally to how much the price went up. So if you understand what I'm saying. So like 1 million tokens right now, it's $110. If everybody's tokens got divided by 1,000, it would bring the price up to 10 cents. But now you'd be holding 1,000 tokens, and 1,000 times 10 cents, that's $100. So you'd still have the same amount of money. And it's essentially what they did with Luna 2. Like, they divided everybody's tokens by like 50,000 or something. Like if you held 1 million tokens, then you got like 15 new Luna. So that's basically what they did with the airdrops. You heard of Koma Inu? Nope, I have not. Koma Inu, that sounds like a Shiba Inu knockoff, I'm guessing. I've not heard of that one. But yeah, Terra Classic, there's the chart, there it is. Could be pumping. Bitcoin's been pumping pretty nicely. Went from 28,000 up to 32,000. I'm actually in a so I trade Bitcoin. I'm in a long position right now. I'll show you guys real quick. So this is my Bitcoin trade. So it's actually up 128% right now. So I got a nice small little trade going here, but it's up really nicely, 128%. So that's pretty sweet. And yeah, this worked out real nice. I don't know if you all saw my recent videos, but when we broke out here, I made a video and I said we're gonna go to 32,000, and look at that, we went exactly to 32,000. So so if any of you guys trade Bitcoin or want to trade Bitcoin, I give trade alerts. So if you want to get in on these trades with me, like I'm up 128% right now. If you want to get in on those trades, make sure to subscribe because I give the trade alerts. So when I see these pumps coming, I'll make a video and yeah, can do a nice little trade. So we need to get the circulating supply down or the total supply down on Luna Classic. So, well, the circulating supply is what impacts the price, but if you bring down the circulating supply, the total supply will go down too. But circulating supply is what matters for price. Of course, you do have to pay attention to total supply, because that if the total supply is way higher than circulating supply, well, maybe the rest of these tokens are going to come into the circulating supply, and that would bring the price down. But total supply is pretty close to the same as circulating supply, so don't got to worry too much about that on Terra Classic. However, on Luna 2, total supply is 1 billion and the circulating supply is only 210 million. So total supply is about 5 times as much, and that's because most of the airdrops, so when the airdrop happened a few days ago, people only got 30% of their tokens, and then they're going to get the rest over 2 years, and that's why the total supply is much higher than the circulating supply, because most of those tokens haven't been introduced into the circulating supply yet, because the rest of the airdrops aren't coming for 6 months. You'll get some, and then another 6 months. Every 6 months for like 2 years, people will be getting tokens. So circulating supply will slowly be increasing every 6 months until it gets up to 1 billion tokens in 2 years, I believe. And that's why the fully diluted market cap is way higher than the market cap, because fully diluted market cap goes based off total supply, market cap goes based off circulating supply. Luna Inu to the moon, says Thomas. Luna Inu. Is that an actual coin? Sounds like it'd be a real pumper. You combine Luna and Shiba Inu, the greatest gaining coin ever. That could be a pumper. Does everyone own coins in the circulating supply, or is that just what's on the market? So circulating supply is just what's on the market. So it's just what's circulating. It's what's available for buying and selling right now. But yeah. What do you guys think? Is now a good time to buy Luna Classic? Should I buy some? Should I buy some more? I'm still holding what I have, but maybe I should buy some more. Maybe we'll see another pumper like this. Could be a good trade. Could be good. How much Luna Classic do you guys own? I have 1,000,000 wrapped Luna on Coinbase, which I can't even. They suspended trading, so I couldn't sell that right now if I wanted to, unless I send it somewhere else. But I have 1,000,000 there, and then I have like 400,000 somewhere else. Bybit, yeah, on Bybit. Maybe we should get 100 million Luna Classic. I've got 10 million Luna Classic, says Brad Pitt. Nice, 10 million, nice. So if we get to 10 cents, you're a millionaire. That's pretty sweet. 10 cents and you're a millionaire. Yeah, if we held, if you hold 100 million, if you hold 100 million Terra Classic, which would cost you what? Quite a bit. 100 million Terra Classic. All you would have to get to is 1 cent, and you'd be a millionaire. So if you hold 100 million Terra Classic, 1 cent and you're a millionaire. And 1 cent is actually doable. Even with 0 burns, 1 cent is possible, because that's only a 70 billion market cap, which is super high, but it's like a best case scenario. It's like the very best case scenario without burns would be 1 cent, but it is possible. Would probably need to be in a bull market, though, for that to happen. Brad Pitt says, yep, 10 cents, I'm out. Agreed. 100 million is $11K dollars. Yeah, so if you've got $11,000 that you're willing to gamble, all you need to see is a 1 cent Terra Classic, but that'd be pretty risky. That'd be pretty risky. Probably be better off putting some of that into Bitcoin, which Bitcoin isn't going anywhere. Bitcoin will just keep going up, so can't go wrong with Bitcoin. Let's zoom out a bit. It's weird. This the new Luna Classic chart is so short. At least this one is. So man. So this was, when was this? This was like right before. Okay, I think this was right when Luna 2 launched, I believe. And then as Luna 2 was launching, or this was right before Luna 2 launched, I think people thought Luna Classic was Luna 2 because it wasn't listed anywhere at 6 a.m. UTC like they said it was supposed to be. So this got a little bit of a pump, but then once it actually started getting listed, then it dumped super hard, and yeah, down to like 6. So if you bought here, that was like a 6x in a couple days. So woo-wee. Or even if you bought here, that's like 2x. So we'll see. Maybe we're in a little dip right now. When you said that we will see a pump or Luna, how much is Apple are you talking about, like approximately, or Luna likely? I'll do now too because I bought for 10. I won't. So you bought at 10, so you're talking about Luna 2, I believe. So Luna 2, yeah, it's tough to say, but I think pretty decent chance it could get back above $10. It might dip a bit before that, but now that Binance has listed it, so people were kind of worried. A lot of people were worried about people dumping their airdrops when it got listed on Binance. So, and I mean, we've probably seen people dumping it, but once that dump's over with, I mean, it's probably about over with now. So now that Binance listing is done and the dumping there is done, people don't have to worry about that. So there's nothing really holding it back from pumping now, you could say. So after this airdrop dump is done, maybe we'll see this pump back up, maybe to 12, maybe to 20. Who knows? If we get down to $5 again, I'll probably buy some more, because I bought some at like $5 way back here somewhere. $5, so because that's as low as I thought it was going to go. And it did get down to 4 for a little bit, but I was thinking 5 and got pretty lucky with my guess. So if it gets back down to 5, I'll probably buy some more, because I feel like there's pretty strong support at $5, because that puts the market cap at $1 billion, which is I feel like pretty low. So yeah, and then I think this could have another pump, even up to $20. I think totally possible. So I wouldn't feel too bad about buying at 10. I mean, you bought at 10 right when it launched, I'm guessing, and it already went above 10, and it'll probably go back above again. So no worries. And then Luna Classic, we'll probably see another pump, especially if some massive burns get announced, then we could really see pumps. So there are some burns happening now, but it seems to be pretty small amount. So like I made a video earlier today, and the circulating supply was 6540, and now it's 6539. So, well, 0.96, so just under 40. So, hey, the supply went down like almost 1 billion, I guess, in a few hours. So there's some decent burns going right now. MEXC Global, I know for sure, is burning tokens with the trading fees from Terra. So they're burning some. I don't know if any other exchanges are, but if a lot of exchanges start, like imagine if Binance starts using trading fees, it's Terra Classic trading fees to burn tokens. Binance has a ton of volume, so that could result in huge burns. Like if they just announced they're going to start burning tokens, just the announcement would cause a huge pump. You'd probably see like a 2x or 3x or something just from an announcement. So yeah, we'll see. But there are some burns happening right now, it looks like. Brad Pitt says, dude, if Binance implements what MEXC Exchange is doing for burns, we'd be really looking good. Yeah, exactly. That would, just announcing it would pump the price like crazy. And yeah, that's why another reason I'm tempted to buy some more on this dip, because like there's so much attention on Terra Classic right now that any announcement is just going to cause the price to pump like crazy. Like this pump right here, I don't even think there was an announcement or anything. Like it's just randomly pumping. And if there is a huge announcement like Binance burning or something, we'd see a huge pump. Why Do Kwon is not announcing burn schedule for Luna Classic? Because Do Kwon does not care about Luna Classic. Like, 92% of community voted, Do Kwon, please burn tokens. Like, we voted, let's burn tokens. And Do Kwon said, nah, screw you guys. I'm going to make a new Luna. So, yeah. He was literally like, no, we're not going to burn. He's like, you guys can burn some if you want, but it's pointless or whatever. Like, he doesn't care. Hey, he's probably just a scam artist. At least that's what it looks like right now. Maybe he, maybe he's not, but looks pretty shady. Right now, he definitely looks like a scam artist. Like, there's lots of people who lost millions of dollars on Luna, on the crash, and yeah. So a lot of people are super angry, and as far as they're concerned, they got scammed. And I mean, yeah, very possible. That's what it looks like. By the way, the 71 million is being burnt a day with MEXC only. All right, Brad Pitt is saying that just with MEXC Global burning tokens, they're burning 71 million per day. It's pretty good. That's pretty good. So I don't know if any other exchanges are burning, but I actually did notice the supply go down today because I made a video earlier today and it was 6540 and now it's 6539. So I think that's the first time I actually saw the supply go down. Like, I've seen it go up. I've seen it go up a little bit plenty of times, but today's the first time I saw it go down. Heard that Do Kwon is working on another algorithmic stablecoin. Is it true? Yeah, I don't know if it's true, but I heard that too, that he's working on another stablecoin. Hopefully he's learning from his mistake and this one will be solid. And assuming he has good intentions, hopefully he's not just looking on rug pull number 2. Because right now it looks like UST and Terra Luna was it looks like it was just used to rug pull people and just steal tons of money. So, but who knows? Hopefully he's not working on rug pull number 2. What do you guys think? Do you think Do Kwon rug pulled us, or is he innocent? Was he just attacked? Because I did hear that like 6 wallet addresses were linked to the depegging of UST. Like, somebody borrowed millions of dollars and then dumped UST or something to crash it, and then shorted Terra Luna and made like $900 million off that. But I don't know. Those are rumors. I don't know if it's true. But yeah, who knows? Do you think he was in on it? I mean, very likely they got attacked. I mean, I'm sure they got attacked, but question is, was he in on the attack or not? Was he actually trying to defend Terra Luna? I have no idea. How about USDT? Maybe next UST? Yeah, so it was pretty funny when UST depegged, and then a little bit later, like a few days later, Tether, USDT, started to depeg slightly. Like, it went down to like 90, I don't know, 98 maybe, or 99 point something. Maybe not 98, maybe 99 point something. But it depegged teeny bit, started going down teeny bit, and then people were getting worried. They're like, oh God, if Tether crashes, I mean, if Tether depegged and crashed, that would so UST pretty much crashed crypto. Imagine if Tether depegged and crashed. That would completely crash crypto insanely hard, because USDT it's the biggest stable coin and it's literally everywhere. Like, like every exchange, their main trading pair is USDT. So if USDT depegged and crashed, whoo, that would be, Bitcoin might actually get down to like 10,000 if that happened. Alan says, think it will be rug pull 3. All right, so Do Kwon makes his second stablecoin, pumps up Luna 2, and then rug pulls, and then announces Luna 3 and the third stablecoin. That's what's going to happen. Brad Pitt says, technically, we only have a month to get massive profits off of Luna Classic because MEXC will only burn till June 27th. Kind of sucks. At least that's what I think. Yeah, I think that's correct. I think they're just, the burning they're doing right now is just like a promotional thing for a month to attract new users onto their exchange. So pretty smart on their part. Get a bunch of people to join their exchange. It's pretty smart. Other exchanges should do that too. D'Artagnan says, why is there a reluctance on Do Kwon's part to burn tokens in bulk? I don't get why that's not possible on his part. Because Do Kwon only cares about himself. He doesn't care about you making money or me making money. All he cares about is himself making money. So, they had like a few $1 billion in Bitcoin that was supposed to be backing UST. What happened to that? They say that, oh, we used it to try to save UST, and now it's all gone. But yeah, right. They probably just stole it all. But yeah, I mean, Do Kwon doesn't want to burn tokens or he doesn't want to have anything to do with Terra Classic because he's trying to build Luna 2. So he's trying to promote Luna 2. He wants attention on Luna 2. He wants people to invest in Luna 2. And Terra Classic is almost like a competitor for Luna 2. So he's not going to want to help Terra Classic, the price pump or anything. Like he'd probably rather Terra Classic just fades away into obscurity and everyone forgets about it. But yeah, we're seeing a few million tokens get burned today. Well, almost a billion, I guess. It was 6540. Now it's 6539. So probably not a whole billion, but close to a billion. That's pretty sweet. So hey, is a billion tokens, do you consider that massive burns? I mean, a billion tokens, that's quite a bit, but compared to the supply, it's almost insignificant. But if you do that every day, eventually it'll start affecting the price. But yeah, a billion a day. If you did a billion a day, it would take 6,539 days to burn all the tokens. So, what is that? 20 years or something? But if they increase the burns, you could get there way faster, of course. Like if you did 10 billion a day, it would only take like 2 years. And this could be at $1. Yeah. So if you burn 10 billion tokens per day, yeah, 10 billion tokens a day, less than 2 years, and you'd be at $1. It actually sounds kind of doable. Do you guys think we're going to see $1 in the next 4 years? By the next bull market, are we going to burn enough to get to $1? Oh man, I don't know. That'd be sweet. I think 1 cent is totally possible, but I don't know about $1. If that's the case, why does everyone not just boycott Do Kwon's project? F him. Yeah, F him. A lot of people are boycotting Luna 2. I've heard comments that are like, how can you buy Luna 2 when people literally killed themselves because of the Terra Luna crash? And so how can you buy Luna 2 when the people behind Luna 2 are behind the crash? So yeah, a lot of people are boycotting it, but of course there are people buying it, and also there's tons of attention on it, and it's pretty hard not to. A lot of people that are buying it, they're just buying it for these quick trades. Like, this is a 2x right here in a few hours. If you can double your money in a few hours, people are going to buy that. Especially right now when we're in a bear market and there isn't a lot of opportunities right now. When you have something super hyped like this and you can make 100% gain in a few hours, even if people don't like the project, they're going to buy some. I'm not like, yeah, Luna 2, awesome project. But I bought some because there's potential to make money. So people are going to buy whatever they feel like they can make money off of. But yeah, so people are boycotting it, and there's definitely way more support for Terra Classic. So Terra Classic could definitely do very well, especially if we see burns. Mr. Do Kwon, please respect to community decision, impose tax on transactions of Luna Classic. Utilize tax to burn tokens. I totally agree with you. That'd be nice, but I think Do Kwon at this point is just like hands off. Like, he's not even going to touch Terra Classic, so it's really up to the community and exchanges and, yeah, to get burns going. Do Kwon's not going to do it, sadly. He does not respect the community decision. 92% of the community wanted burns, and he was like, nope. Hey, Hecker, can Luna Classic hit 1 cent? Let's check it out. Terra Classic. So 1 cent, that'd be like 100x. So with burns, definitely could hit 1 cent. So let's say nobody buys or sells it, and we burn tokens. What would we have to burn? I believe we'd have to get this down to a 65 billion market cap. So we'd have to burn a lot. But with 0 burns, like if we don't burn anything, we could still get to 1 cent, because that would put the market cap at 70 billion. And last year we saw Dogecoin get to a 70 billion market cap, which is a complete zero utility meme coin. So if that can do it, Terra Classic can do it. Now, right now we're in a bear market, so it's probably not going to happen. Dogecoin only did that because we were in a bull market and crypto was insanely hyped last year in April. There was so much hype with crypto. Everything was pumping, so that's why I did it. So are we going to see 1 cent anytime soon? Probably not. But when the next bull market comes, maybe in a couple years, we could definitely see 1 cent, especially if we get burns. That would even help out even more. But even without burns, we could see 1 cent in a bull market. So you're going to have to be patient, but yeah. In the short term, 1/10 of a cent is possible. Like, I could see a 10x here. That would only be a 7 billion market cap, which that's pretty high right now, but I mean, lots of coins have gone above 7 billion. So that's possible. That'd be like my best case scenario for short term. Best case scenario for long term, like a few years out, would be 1 cent. Yeah, 1 cent. If you buy $100 worth right now and it gets to 1 cent, that would put you at $10,000. Not bad. If our government can burn 90 billion fiat a month, why the hell we can't burn even more? Yeah, dog. Because Do Kwon, he doesn't want to burn anything. Yeah. You'd think he'd want to burn some tokens to help people when everybody lost their money, millions of dollars on his project, but no. Nope. Oh well. 1 cent, you will be set for life. I mean, 1 cent would be nice. Also read that there is a mega whale holding an enormous amount of Luna Classic. A big burn, maybe a game changer. Yeah, I heard the same thing. I think I heard that some whale holds like 2 trillion Luna Classic or something ridiculous. Is that what you heard? 2 trillion. That's like that's like 1/3 of the whole circulating supply. So, yeah, I think with Shiba Inu, I think some whales maybe. I think it might have been Vitalik Buterin who burnt a ton of Shiba Inu for the community. Well, yeah, maybe this whale who allegedly holds 2 trillion Terra Classic coins, hey, maybe he'll do some burns because, like, okay, first off, how's he going to sell 2 trillion coins? He can't sell 2 trillion coins without dumping the price insanely hard. So maybe he'll do some burns, which he wouldn't even have to burn a big percent of his holdings, and it would probably help the price. The price would probably pump like crazy, not only from the burn, but if he just started burning tokens, like, it would create hype and people would start FOMOing in and the price would go way up. So maybe we'll see that. Excuse me. You don't even need it to reach $1 to be financially free for life. Only needs 1 cent. Yeah, I mean, if you hold $1,000 in Terra Classic and it gets to 1 cent, that's $100,000. So that's not bad. But $1,000 might be a lot to risk on Terra Classic. I mean, because it is a gamble. But if you have $100 in there, which isn't much, most people can afford to lose $100. Not everyone, but a lot of people can. If you have $100 in there, then and it gets to 1 cent, that's $10,000, and that's pretty nice too. Luna Classic is left to the community to pump it. Yep, pretty much. I get that people see opportunity, but when so done like Do Kwon demonstrates, they really don't care about people making money. When the people unite, Do Kwon will respect the community. Yeah, I mean, Do Kwon abandoned Terra Classic pretty much. So yeah, it's up to the community to pump it if they want to pump it. Yeah, I heard someone was holding 2 trillion Luna Classic. Yeah, that's what I heard too. Some whale has 2 trillion Luna Classic. That's crazy. So let's say they burn like if they burnt 20 billion. Well, let's see. Yeah, if they burn 20 billion tokens, that's only 1% of their entire holdings. So 20 billion. Like, what if they just started burning 1 billion per day even? that would create some hype. People might start FOMOing, and then the price would start pumping. If he burned like 20 billion or 100 billion, which is still just a few percent of what he has, people would start FOMOing pretty hard, I bet. Let's hope it's not Do Kwon that's holding the 2 trillion tokens. Yeah, man. Hopefully it's not Do Kwon, because he's not going to burn anything. Do Kwon already made it clear he doesn't care about Terra Classic or burns. So, yeah, hopefully it's not Do Kwon. If it's Do Kwon, then yeah, that's not good. But I don't know. Do Kwon probably sold all his tokens when he rug pulled it in the first place. So we'll see. But yeah, I don't know how someone got 2 trillion tokens if when it dipped down to like 4 or 5 zeros or whatever the lowest was, they just like were like, all right, I'm gonna buy like $100 million worth or whatever. Remember what happened to Ethereum Classic when the second bull run pump came? Yeah, man. Ethereum Classic has pumped like crazy, which means Terra Classic could do something similar. History doesn't always repeat, but sometimes it rhymes. All right. This is Ethereum Classic. Let's check it out. Yeah, so they split up July of 2016, and it kind of went flat for a while. But then in the bull run of 2017, look at this, went from under $1 to $44. That's over a 40x. That's probably like a 50x. So, hey, they split when Ethereum Classic split from Ethereum. They were basically in like a bear market, kind of like we are right now. And once the bull market really hit in 2017, it pumped like crazy, over 40x gain. So we're in a bear market right now. Maybe when we go back into a bull market, maybe Terra Classic, maybe we see a huge pump like this. And then we had another bear market, 2018, 19. And then just last year, in the bull market last year, look at this, straight up from like $5-10 up to $135 or $135. So it went from in the span of 5 years, it went from under $1 to $135. So that's over 135x. That's like 150x. So hey, if you hold Terra Classic long term, who knows? Maybe you'll see 150x. Maybe you'll see 200x. Obviously, burns will help that, but even without burns, like this is the kind of potential that's out there. So even without burns, like we could see a 200x potentially if it does something like Ethereum Classic did. But yeah, that's crazy. I remember when Ethereum Classic was pumping last year, it went from like $10 to $135. And people were saying, why are people buying Ethereum Classic? It's a dead coin. It's a dead coin. And yet still, Ethereum Classic, a coin that people were calling a dead coin, had this insane pump just last year. So people are calling Terra Classic a dead coin, but Ethereum Classic has shown us that it doesn't even matter if you're a dead coin, you can still see these huge pumps. Like Dogecoin. Dogecoin is pretty much a dead coin. There's nothing, nobody's developing on Dogecoin, and Dogecoin went from like, last year it went from like what, a fraction of a cent up to like 70 cents, which was like hundreds of X gain. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. So hopefully Terra Classic can do something similar. Might take some patience because Ethereum Classic took like a year before it started pumping hard. So we'll see what happens. Everything follows Bitcoin, and Bitcoin's pumping a little bit, but let's zoom out. But yeah, Bitcoin in a huge downtrend right now. So we are in a bear market, but everything follows Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin pumps again, everything's going to pump. Like 2020 was right here, and then 2021, late 2020 and early 2021, we just saw this huge pump, and that's why everything just started pumping like crazy. Dogecoin pumped from like around here up until around here, had like hundreds of X gain. Shiba Inu was during this, which had like what, millions of percent gain or something ridiculous. So yeah, everything follows Bitcoin. When Bitcoin starts pumping again, then everything else will too. And we might be near a bottom here because look at this, the RSI, it's way down here. And the last time the RSI was this low, back here in March of 2020 during that dump. So last time the RSI was this low was back here, and what did we see after that? Whew, huge pump. So maybe we're at a bottom like that, and maybe we have a big pump coming. I don't know. We'll see. Marco says, watch Tifi token. I don't know what, I've never heard of Tifi token. What's Tifi token? Never heard of Tifi token, but yeah. But yep, RSI, last time it was this low was right before a huge bull market. And I believe the time before this that it was this low was in end of 2018, right at the very low of the bear market. And then we saw a huge pump after that too. So whenever the RSI on the weekly gets this low, we've seen huge pumps, and we're down there right now. So we might be in for a huge pump. So either this is the bottom. I think either we're at the bottom right now or we're close to the bottom. Like, I think we could possibly have one more dip. My worst case scenario is down at $20,000 Bitcoin. Totally think that could happen. We've already seen a wick down to 25. So maybe we have one last dip in us, but we're either at the bottom or we're close, I think. And then we're going to see this start heading back up again. So, and once Bitcoin goes up, we're going to see all our altcoins and our favorite coins are going to start pumping too. So that's why pretty much the only chart, the main chart that I pay attention to is the Bitcoin chart, because everything follows Bitcoin. And so if you watch Bitcoin and you figure out you pay attention to what Bitcoin's doing and what it might be setting up to do, then you can predict if other coins are going to pump or not. And you can trade Bitcoin like right here. When you see these patterns forming and a breakout happens, you can put in a trade. I'm in a long position over here on Bybit, and I'm up. My trade's up 127%. So yeah, if you wanna, feel free to subscribe if you want these trade alerts, so you can get in on these trades with me. But yeah, Hopefully Luna Classic does another pump. We're in a pretty nice dip here. I think we could be about to see another pump. It looks like we're flattening out here. And the RSI here is starting to go up a bit relative to how much the price is going up. So like this low and this low, they're pretty close to the same, but the RSI is way higher over here than it is here. So like the price could come down and even make a lower low, and the RSI would probably still be higher than it was here. And that creates a bullish divergence. Whenever that happens, it's a bullish divergence, which it's an indicator that indicates that the price could be turning around and starting to go up. And so, yeah, for Luna Classic, we're seeing that potentially forming. So maybe we're at a bottom, and maybe we could see another pump. Of course, it's pretty hard to do TA on something like Luna Classic right now because, I mean, you can't rely on TA too heavily because there's so much attention on it, and any sort of news or event could send the price way up or way down. So it's definitely a bit of a gamble. But according to the TA, it's looking like we could be turning around. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll check back again tomorrow and see if I was right and it turned around. What do you guys think? Are you guys buying at this price? Are you guys buying Luna Classic at this price? I feel like it's a pretty decent price. A few days ago it was at 18, almost double what it is now. Now it's down at like 10. So might be a good time to buy some, especially if you're dollar cost averaging in. Then right now would be probably a good time to make one of those purchases. So, and dollar cost averaging, if you don't know what that means, it just means buying a certain amount every so often. So like you could buy $100 worth of something every week. That'd be dollar cost averaging in. That way it basically spreads out your risk, so you don't just buy all at once and then the price dumps and then you're like, oh, dang it. So whereas if you dollar cost average, you can buy a little bit, price dumps, then you buy a little more, price dumps, you buy a little more, and you still have money left over to take advantage of lower prices if it does dump. And hey, if it goes up, well, then you're buying at a higher price the next time, but at least you still made a purchase when it was lower and you're already in the profit. So either way it goes, it's like less of a downside basically. I'm seeing rockets in the chat. Excuse me. Let's go Luna Classic. What if we just saw a green bar go whoop? Would you guys FOMO in if we started seeing it? Would you FOMO in if we started seeing a green bar go whoop? That'd be kind of hard not to FOMO in. But if I saw a green bar going whoop, I don't know. I might sell. I might sell some because that'd be pretty hot. When burn? Well, actually there's burning happening right now. MXC Global, whenever you trade Terra Classic on MXC Global, they use the trading fees to burn tokens. And I've been checking the circulating supply of Terra Classic like every couple days for like the last few weeks. And actually today is the first time I have ever actually seen the circulating supply go down on CoinMarketCap. It was at 6540 and now it's at 6,539. So, and that was like a few hours ago. So within a few hours, we've actually burned like close to 1 billion tokens. So that's pretty sweet. First time I've actually seen the supply go down. So yeah, there's burns happening right now. I don't know if any other exchanges are burning, but I only know of one that is. So hopefully more exchanges start burning. If a lot more exchanges started burning, then we could really see the supply going down fast. And that would, people would start FOMOing in and the price would pump like crazy. Even if Binance just announced that they're going to burn tokens, then like if they're like, hey, we're going to use our trading fees for Terra Classic trading fees to burn some tokens, if they announced that before they even started burning, the price would pump like crazy because people would start FOMOing them in super hard. So hey, CZ he's kind of shown some support for Terra Classic. Like I believe initially he was like supporting the burns and like, yeah, we should do burns instead of like this new Luna 2. Like I feel like CZ, the CEO of Binance, thought that just abandoning the Terra Classic community was kind of messed up. So maybe CZ will announce, maybe he'll announce that they're going to do burns on Binance. Hopefully. So yeah, that's why I hold some Luna Classic, because all it takes is some event, some catalyst like that, like CZ announcing burns on Binance, and we will see the price of Luna Classic pump like crazy. So yeah, it's a gamble because it could potentially go down quite a bit, but could very easily see a huge pump too. I mean, a few days ago we had a over 2x pump, so that's why I own some of this, because there's some really nice upside. What's up, Bruce Weirs? I remember you from the last live stream. Welcome back, man. He says, would only FOMO if I heard the sound effect. Yeah. So we got this silent chart, and then a green bar starts going whoop, and it has a sound effect. Whoop. Yep. I'd probably have to FOMO in. It'd be like a green bar. Whoop. It'd be like that one meme. The green bar. Whoop. Oh, God. So you FOMO in and you buy it. And the second you buy it, suddenly a red bar. Straight down to zero. Have you guys ever seen that one? Freaking hilarious. And then you sell, and then green bar again. That's how crypto seems to go. Just bought a bag of Koma Inu, 400,000 market cap, 75 holders. Just saying. Dang, 400,000 market cap. That's tiny. 75 holders. That's it's not a lot. It's not a lot of holders. Yeah, 400,000 market cap. That's like insanely high risk and potentially insanely high reward. When you got those tiny micro caps, if they do pump, they can pump like crazy. Like Shiba Inu at one point was like a 400,000 market cap, and then it got to into the billions. So most of these don't do that, but if you get lucky, you can make some big money. Really, tax burn? Yep. So MXC Global, they're using trading fees for burning Terra Classic. So that's pretty nice. That's why we're actually seeing burns happening. Dude, someone believes Luna Classic is going to $10. LMAO. The government would try to kill us. Do you think the government's going to let Terra Classic get to $10? The government does not take kindly to poor people getting rich. We all know that. The government needs us to be poor so we can serve them, even though they're supposed to serve us. But yeah, $10. Yeah, I don't think Terra Classic is getting to $10. That'd be $65 trillion market cap, and that's without burns. If you burned So to get to $1, we'd need to get the supply down to 1 billion. To get to $10, we'd need to get the supply down to like 100 million. So actually the difference between the supply being at getting the supply to 1 billion and getting the supply to 100 million, it's actually not that big of a difference. So to get it to 1 billion, we'd have to burn 6.5 trillion tokens. And then to get it to 100 million, we'd only have to burn another extra 900 million tokens. So we wouldn't even have to burn another billion tokens. So you could argue that a $10 Terra Classic is similar to, it's almost just as feasible as a $1 Terra Classic if you look at the math. But I suppose you also have to consider that. So like right now, burning a trillion tokens, or let's say burning 10 billion tokens isn't that hard, because 10 billion tokens isn't that much money. So it's easy to burn. Like, it doesn't take a lot of trading fees to burn 10 billion tokens. But once the supply is down to like 100 billion tokens, then 10 billion, the price is going to be way higher. So 10 billion tokens is going to be a lot more money, which means it'll be a lot harder to burn that amount. So the more we burn, it's going to have like diminishing returns. So like the more you burn, the more difficult it will be to keep up that same pace of burning, if that makes sense. Have anyone lost their Luna Classic 2 after receiving the airdrops of Luna 2.0? It's a good question. Has anyone lost, has anyone lost their Terra Classic after they got their Luna 2 airdrop? I feel like I heard some people saying they did. But then I also heard a lot of people say that no, they kept their Terra Classic and they got some Luna 2 airdrops. So I don't know if some people did lose some tokens or what. I'm happy with Penny. Yeah, man. I would be very happy if this went to a penny. That'd be 100x gain. Meaning if you had $100 invested and it went to 1 cent, you would have $10,000. So that'd be pretty nice. So yeah, fingers crossed to a penny. Fingers crossed for a penny. And a penny is actually doable, because that would be a $70 billion market cap, which we have seen. We saw Dogecoin do that. We saw Dogecoin make it that high. So Dogecoin made it to 70 billion market cap. So why not Terra Classic? Can you refresh that page, please? Supply I am looking at says 6540. All right, let me refresh it. Oh, so we just gained, what is it? 1 billion. We just gained, I believe we just gained 40 million supply. Yeah. We gained 40 million supply. So that's probably, I don't know why the supply went up, but it could be because of the wormhole. So, and that has to do with wrapped Luna. So whenever you convert wrapped Luna back into regular Luna, it deletes or it burns the wrapped Luna, and then it mints a Luna token. So if 40 million wrapped Luna got converted to regular Luna, then it would appear like 40 million Luna got minted. So that could be what we're seeing here. And that would make sense because most of the wrapped Luna was on Coinbase, and Coinbase suspended trading of wrapped Luna. So if you have wrapped Luna on Coinbase, you can't trade it, you can't sell it. all you can do is hold it or send it somewhere else. So we could be seeing people send that wrapped Luna somewhere else and then convert it for Luna so they can actually trade it. And that could be why we see the circulating supply go up, because I have noticed, like, over the past few weeks, I have noticed the supply just like constantly going up a tiny bit. And I've actually never seen it go down until today. Today's the first time I saw the supply go down. So earlier today it was at 6,540. And then, like we saw just earlier, it was at 6,539, which means not quite a billion, but like millions of tokens were burned. So we did see tokens getting burned, but now we're seeing it go back up. So people are probably converting wrapped Luna for Luna, and that's probably why. Excuse me. What was that price calculation formula? Which price calculation formula are you talking about? Luna Classic 1 minute chart looks a good entry level. All right, let's look at the 1 minute chart. Not bad. Yeah, it looks like it's came down, and now it looks like it's going back into a little bit of an uptrend, at least in this 1 minute chart, which is very short term. So like an uptrend might last a couple hours in a 1 minute chart if you're reading a 1 minute chart. So yeah, but could be a decent entry level. Zoom out again. But yeah, I mean, I just think overall, like, for the next few days, it might be a decent entry level too, because the RSI is getting a bit stronger here. Like, we could even form a bullish divergence here possibly. So yeah, which that RSI getting stronger indicates could be going back up. Ben Sopra says, I have like 20 million hold on side. Dang nice, 20 million. It's a pretty good chunk. So if it goes to a cent, you'll be rolling, man. What need to be burned at the current cap to make it to a penny? Actually, a lot. So if we just kept the same market cap and we wanted this to get to 1 cent, we'd have to get the supply down to 65 billion. So we'd have to burn 6.4 trillion and some change, like pretty close. We'd have to burn pretty close to 6.5 trillion. So basically 99% of the supply would have to get burned to get to a penny, assuming nobody buys this. Assuming the market cap just stays the same. So now to get to a tenth of a penny, we'd have to get the supply down to 654 billion. So that'd be like, so we'd have to burn like 6 trillion. So even to get to a tenth of a penny, we'd still have to burn like 6 trillion coins. So for the actual burning to affect the price, like we are gonna have to see massive burns. But the thing is, you don't actually have to see massive burns to see the price pump, because there's so much attention on it, and just I think most people aren't aware of how much burns you actually need to pump the price. So like, people haven't done the math. So if people just hear that, like, if people hear like, oh, a billion coins is getting burned per day or something, which actually is quite a bit, it would still take quite a while to affect the price. But just that announcement will cause people to FOMO and the price will pump like crazy. So you don't actually have to get 6 trillion burned for the price to go up. You just got to get some burns rolling, and people will just pump the price on their own. Ben Sopra, my average is 3 zeros and a 2.5. Ooh, that's a high average. But hey, we could get back there in one day. Depends on your goal of the entry. It's in a downtrend. I'd assume we will see lower than 4 zeros and a 6 in the next days. I think that's could definitely be possible. If we look at the chart. So yeah, we are in a clear downtrend. And yeah, the RSI isn't that low yet. So it's not like super oversold. So yeah, we could see this go further. But yeah, it's pretty tough doing TA on stuff like this when it's super hyped, but it's tough to say. We could see people could start FOMOing for any reason and then see a pump, or the opposite could happen and we could just see this dump off for a bit. Like if we zoom out, like here, like when this was right before Luna 2 launched, and then when Luna 2 started launching on exchanges, we just saw a huge dump down to like 4 zeros and a 6. So then we saw a huge pump. Now we're in a downtrend again, and yeah, it's possible we could keep dumping down in this downtrend all the way to 6 even. But also very possible that we're starting to come back up. So I don't know. I feel like 10 is a pretty decent price either way. Maybe probably not a price where you want to, go in heavy, but definitely a decent price to do a small purchase, I think. Excuse me. Depending on news. Yeah, so the price is heavily affected by news right now. So TA is like, you can't really rely on TA much for this because the news can really affect the price. Clay, going to tweet you this. What's Twitter? My Twitter is, I believe, at Clay D Hacker. So it's basically my YouTube channel name, but with a D in the middle. Clay D Hacker. Let me just pull it up to make sure. Yeah, there it is. Clay, at Clay D Hacker. That's my Twitter. What's your price predictions on Crow? Ooh, good question. Let's look at Crow. Pull up a new tab. I like Crow. I'm definitely bullish on Crow, especially since they have the crypto.com arena, which is like a 700 million. They're paying like 700 million for that or something, I think. So they're obviously in this for the long haul. And I actually bought Crow like at the beginning of last year and made some super nice gains with Crow because it pumped really hard, like I think the end of last year. Let's look at the chart. Yeah, so this was nice. So let's see. Yeah, this is where I bought it, I believe. I bought it in here for like 10 cents or 12 cents or something. And then yeah, this pump was nice, up to 91. I sold some up, where did I sell it? I think I sold it like here at like 70 cents or 80 cents. So didn't time the top perfect, but pretty good. And then I held some, and so I sold some, and then I held some all the way down here. I guess I should have just sold it all, huh? But yeah, still hold some. But I think this is gonna come back super strong once we enter another bull market. Obviously, in a bear market, every cryptocurrency, every coin just goes down hard. So price doesn't necessarily reflect the fundamentals of any project. But yeah, in a bear market, we're going to see everything go down. But once Bitcoin starts going back up, I think we're going to see Crow pump super hard. So I'm holding some. Probably will buy some more. I think it's a good one. Could be like the next BNB. Also BNB, that's definitely, I think, a good one to hold too. But yeah, Crow, I love Crow. Crow is crypto.com, if anyone doesn't know. Burns actually affecting it will be months or years down the road. Hype will though. Yeah, so the burns aren't going to actually, most likely burns will not affect the price until like at least months, probably years down the road, like Bruce is saying. But burns will cause hype, and it will cause FOMO, which will cause people to start buying, and that will pump the price immediately. So the actual effect from the burns won't happen for months to years, but they will immediately cause hype and FOMO, which will immediately pump the price. 1,000 billion burns equals 1,000 days equals 1 trillion burn. Yeah, so 1,000 billion is a trillion. So yeah, so if you burned 1 billion per day, it would take 1,000 days or like 3 years to burn 1 trillion tokens. So yeah, 1 billion a day, it would take a long time. 1 billion a day. Yeah, if you burned 1 billion a day, it would take 20 years to burn the entire supply. 20 years. But if you burned 10 billion a day, it would only take less than 2 years to burn the entire supply. So, hey, 2 years, that's not bad to burn the entire supply. Binance listing completed, yes or no? Yep. Luna 2 got listed on Binance like last night, I believe. So like a little over 24 hours ago. So, yep. Went up super high, crashed down, then went flat after that. So yeah. Scam coin says Sadruddin Al-Shari. Crow doing well. Brad Pitt says it's market cap divided by circulating supply equals price. Yep. Your opinion about meme coin BitGert? I have never heard of BitGert. Sorry. So I have no opinion. Never heard of BitGert. Add so I can send. Oh, on Twitter? Okay, one sec. Not sure what you mean. Add what? Brad Pitt says 540 billion with a 10 billion market cap would bring Luna Classic to 2 cents almost. So you're saying if the supply got down to 540 billion and we had a 10 billion market cap, we'd be at 2 cents. That's dang, that actually sounds feasible. Wouldn't be easy, but sounds possible. I may miss out on a pump or two, but it seems the safest to me. Yeah, if you want to play it safe, you might want to wait for this to dip lower, but yeah, you also run the risk of missing a pump. But who knows? Like it looks like this looks slightly good, like it could reverse, but we're not seeing like strong indications of a reversal. Like we're still in a downtrend. Like we're not seeing like something like this, like it's going up like before this huge pump. So, you never know. It could just turn around and pump, but you might want to wait for it to go lower or like show some higher highs, higher lows, or like a bullish divergence or something. Because like right now the RSI is going up or getting a little stronger here. So like we could dip down and create a lower low and RSI would probably still be higher than it was back on this low, which would be a bullish divergence. And so you might want to wait for something like that to indicate a pump coming. But again, you can't really rely on TA too much with this because it's affected so much by news because there's so much attention on it. So any news about Terra Classic burns or whatever, not like any burn news, it's gonna pump. You could get bad news and it could just suddenly dump. But yeah, are you guys buying at this price? I'm tempted to, but I don't know. How much Luna Classic are you guys holding? I have let's see, 1 million wrapped Luna on Coinbase that I can't trade because they suspended trading. I thought it was completely gone. I thought they rugged me, but I scrolled way down and I saw it was still there, along with my UST. I have like 1,000 UST also, but I can't do anything with it right now. I could send it somewhere, but I'm just gonna hold it. I was gonna hold it anyway, so I don't care. And then I have I have 1 million there, and then like 400,000 on Bybit. So maybe I should buy some more. It's tough to call when to buy because you never know when some random news event is going to come out and do something to the price. I feel like Bitcoin's a lot easier to predict, I think, than Bitcoin's pretty hard to predict, but at least the TA actually seems to be pretty reliable on Bitcoin. Like we broke out here and I predicted it would go to 32,000 and it went exactly to 32,000. And that was just based off TA. And so yeah, TA works really nice on Bitcoin. So that's why I trade Bitcoin. So here's my trade. I'm up 126% on my trade. So yeah, if you want to get these alerts, if you like trading Bitcoin and you want these alerts, just make sure to subscribe. So, but Terra Classic, where is it? Terra Classic, TA is TA is not that useful because it really depends on what news comes out. Not holding any. I'm a little worried BTC isn't actually breakout. I took profits on my positions. Excuse me. So you You had some Luna Classic, but you took profits. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, BTC. Bitcoin hit resistance here, so if we break this, then I think we'll go to 35,000. But so far, it looks like we got rejected here. And so we could be coming back down. So we'll see what happens. But if we go on the weekly, we are super due for some kind of relief bounce. Like we've had 9 red weekly candles in a row, which has never happened in the history of Bitcoin. The old record was like 6. And now we've had 9. So do you think we're going to get 10? 6 was already the record, and we broke the record 3 times, which is crazy. So we're super due for some kind of relief bounce. So I think this week's going to be a green candle. So far it's green. Now, excuse me. Now that doesn't mean we're necessarily going to pump super hard. Like it could just stay here and that still be a green candle. Let me get a drink. Like price could stay right where it's at or even go down slightly and it would still be a green candle. So like you could call what we've already had maybe a relief bounce, but I feel like we should have a bit higher of a relief bounce. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's Bitcoin. Luna Classic still going down, guys. Still going down. I don't know if it's gonna get to 6. Maybe. I feel like 9. I feel like at 9 would probably. I feel like 9 might be where it bottoms out. That's my opinion. And then it would start coming back up, but we'll see. Bruce says, my main positions was in VRA. Okay, nice. Anyone here was lucky to get Luna Classic 5 or 6 zeros? So, I actually did buy a little bit of Luna Classic at whatever, 5 or 6 zeros, whatever it was, at that very low a few weeks ago when it had that huge run up, like 200x. I actually did buy like $20 worth right at the very bottom, and sadly I didn't buy more because I bought like $20 worth and then it went up 20x, and I was like, oh, my $20 turned into like $400, and I was like, oh dang. And I was like, well, 20x, that's pretty good. So I decided to sell most of it at that 20x, and then went to bed, and the next day I looked and it went up even more, and it was like a total of like a 200x gain. And I was like, oh my god, could have made a lot more. So like, imagine if I put in like $1,000 at the bottom instead of $20, I could have made 200,000. That's crazy. But yeah, didn't any of you guys get in on that huge run up right after it Luna Classic bottomed out a few weeks ago? That was pretty nice. That was pretty sweet. Who is buying up all the Luna? Maybe entities that want to control the $2 billion community pool via governance. So he's talking about Luna 2. Luna 2 at 850, not too surprising. Luna is valuable because it controls the Terra 2 network via governance. Governance in Terra 2 is actually democratic. No single entity owns a majority of Luna, so it makes sense to accumulate Luna for governance. Interesting. Most notable thing Terra 2 governance controls is the community pool at 200 million Luna. It's already worth more than $1 billion. It's reasonable to assume rival entities have their eye on Terra 2 and would like to control it, but to do so they need to buy Luna. Yeah, so you could have like a hostile takeover, so like maybe another layer 1 competing with Luna, like maybe Avalanche or something would be like, oh, let's buy up a ton of Luna so we can control the governance, and then you could like sabotage them. That'd be pretty interesting. For Terra 1, it didn't make sense to accumulate Luna for governance, as Terraform Labs owned 50% of supply and almost always got what they wanted. Okay, so Terra 1 was pretty centralized, but Terra 2 is a lot more decentralized, so that's actually good. Same with AVAX, Solana, etc. Those networks are not democratic. Voting is pointless as supply is extremely concentrated in few hands. Yeah, so Avalanche and Solana are pretty centralized, and like that's one of the sales pitches for this Luna 2 is that it's very decentralized, actually. With Terra 2, supply is widely distributed, not concentrated, so voting actually means something. For the first time ever on an alternative smart contract platform, it makes sense for entities to accumulate the native asset for the purpose of governance. Interesting. Excuse me. If the powers that control Terra 1 want to have same control over Terra 2, they will have to accumulate significant amounts of new Luna that was airdropped to retail. What can you do if you can control the network? Spend the community pool however you want, change staking rewards, change transaction fees, make a new native stable coin, do a multi-million-dollar sponsorship deal with a sports team, etc. Pretty much all parameters are alterable. Tongue twister. Luna has no other value, by the way. It collects transaction fees, but those will probably always be negligible. It gets a staking yield, but since that's inflationary, it's better to view it as a dilution punishment for not staking rather than a reward for staking. Oh, well, that sounds kind of sucky. Okay. So pretty much the only point in owning Luna 2, they're saying, is for governance. I mean, yeah, like that's the utility of it. Obviously, you can like trade it and hold it and hope the price goes up. Instead of having centralized control like all the other alternative layer ones, what we will probably see with Terra 2 is several entities attempting to control the network through accumulation of Luna. Remind you of anything? Curve Wars. Avalanche, Solana, Near are basically dictatorships controlled by central communities. Terra 2, on the other hand, is a true democracy. Supply is widely distributed. Governance will actually mean something. How valuable is decentralization really? We're about to find out. Yeah, so Luna 2 is way more decentralized than other layer ones, at least right now. But I think as time goes by, it'll probably slowly become more and more centralized because there's going to be entities, like they're kind of saying here, entities that will start buying up a lot of Luna to gain more control of the governance. So, but hey, it might still be pretty centralized. So that's like the one cool thing about it. Otherwise, Luna 2 is like, doesn't seem that attractive. I mean, I guess there's a decent amount of good things going for it, but it is definitely shady right now. Nobody trusts Do Kwon. But yeah, Back to the chart. Still going down. I hope you're happy, Luna Classic. Which exchange you bought? I bought, originally I was buying wrapped Luna on Coinbase, but they suspended trading now, so can't do that now. But yeah, I bought wrapped Luna when I made that 20x gain. By the way, I heard there's someone holding about 2 trillion. Just imagine, I think this all planned well. Yeah, somebody holds 2 trillion Terra Classic, so if they decide to burn some, that could cause some serious hype and we could see a huge pump. So hopefully they'll do that. Hopefully Do Kwon's not holding that 2 trillion. That would suck. One still confused about, is UST Classic still linked with Luna Classic? What if USDC reach $1? Is that will Luna easy to reach 1/10 of a cent? So UST used to be linked to Luna or Terra Classic, and so like if UST needed to burn tokens to help its price stay at $1, then it would like mint some Terra tokens in order to help keep the price up or whatever. Not explaining it very well, but that's basically what caused the supply of Terra Luna to go through the roof, because in an attempt to keep the peg at $1, they were like, the algorithm or whatever was minting trillions of Terra Luna tokens, but it didn't work, and it was just a death spiral. So eventually they turned that off. So I believe now they're not linked in that way anymore, and I don't know what's going on with UST. Right now it just seems like they abandoned it, and it's just dead. Because it's like, how do you save it? How do you get it back to $1? Like, the algorithm didn't work, so even if you did get it back to $1, what's the point? Because the algorithm is like shattered at this point, kind of. But so yeah, they're not. I don't think they're really linked anymore. UST is pretty much dead, as far as I know, and Luna Classic is just a solo coin, and it's pretty much, you could say it's dead because there's no all the protocols migrated to Luna 2, so there's no development going on in Luna Classic right now. So it's kind of like in a meme coin category, especially with the price and supply how it is. So yeah, it is what it is. It's a community coin now. But yeah, to answer your question, if UST gets to $1, it's the price of UST doesn't really affect the price of Luna Classic anymore. I mean, it might, people might think it does, and so people might FOMO in, and that could pump the price, but yeah. Luna 2 airdrops just came in. Now, everybody check. Nice. Which exchange are you talking about that just got the airdrops? Because I believe exchanges are just dropping airdrops whenever they decide to. So, like, I think Binance did last night, like 20, a little over 24 hours ago or something. Can you summarize that, please? So what do you think? Summarize what? I have like 13K USD Classic. Average 0.9. Oof. Dang, Ben Sopra. You had 13,000 UST at an average price of 90 cents. So, like, $12,000. Dang. So you lost like $12,000. Woo. That's pretty rough. I have like 1,000 UST, but I got it super cheap at like a few cents or something. Well, I had a little bit at like a higher price, but I got most of it at like a few cents. Whatever. Lost a little money on that, but whatever. So do you think Terra 1 is going up? Nobody knows, but do I think it's going up? Short term, it's really hard to predict because it's kind of based on news. Like some good news comes out, we see a huge pump. Some bad news comes out, we see a huge dump. I think there is. So what's it going to do in the next 24 hours? I don't know. It might dip a bit lower and then start going up. That's probably, like, maybe it'll go down to 9 or 8 and then start going up. That's probably pretty likely, but I think very good chance we'll see. So like this here was like a 2x pump in less than 24 hours. I think it's pretty likely that we could see some more pumps like that in the next few weeks, because there's still a ton of attention on Terra Classic. Excuse me. So when there's tons of attention, it's really easy to get some big pumps because any good news comes out and people start FOMOing in, and then it pumps. Like if we get some news about some massive burns, like if Binance decided to start burning some tokens, then people would start FOMOing in and we'd see a huge pump. So yeah, I still think there will be some pumps. Now long term, so we'll probably see some pumps, and then as attention starts to fade and the hype dies down a bit, it'll probably dip down a bit and then flatten out, and then it might go sideways for a year or two. And then once Bitcoin starts going up again and gets back into a bull market, then we could possibly see Terra Classic pump super hard. Because if you look at Ethereum Classic, it went sideways for almost a year, but then when we had the bull market in 2017, it went from under $1 up to $44. So that's like over a 40x pump. So possibly Terra Classic could do something similar, but that would take some patience. Sorry, I meant average 9 cents, cost me 1,000 only. Oh, okay. Not bad. Still sad, but at least you didn't lose like $12,000. Yeah, that's all right, man. We've all lost money. It's no biggie. You can make back 10 times that money. You can make back 10 times that money easily. So yeah, if any of you guys lost money, don't worry too much about it. Don't focus on the losses. Focus on the millions of dollars you're going to make in the future. In the next 4 years, you could easily make millions of dollars. So don't worry about it. Yeah, I'll probably wrap up the stream pretty soon. It's how long have we been going? Like 2 hours? It's getting pretty late. I mean, I started the stream late, and yeah, it's pretty late here, so probably wrap up soon. But hope you guys liked this little price analysis and talking about Terra Classic, talking about Luna 2, Terra Classic price predictions, and the burns and whatnot. Hopefully we see another pump here soon. But yeah, if you want to get these trade alerts for Bitcoin, if you trade Bitcoin, feel free to subscribe. And I do Terra Luna updates like every day, so if you want Terra Luna updates, then subscribe for that too. So hope you enjoyed the stream. If you enjoyed it, remember to give it a like. That'd be sweet. Give a like and subscribe, and Yeah, maybe I'll do another live stream at some point. This is my second live stream, so my first one was when Luna 2 was launching, and I was like, it was kind of a messy stream, especially at the start, because I was like trying to figure it out. I think at like the first 10 minutes of the stream, I'm just like, I didn't even know I was live streaming yet. So it's kind of funny. Yo, Doquan is garbage. Yeah, it says 0FUX. Sweet name, man. Doquan is garbage, yeah. A lot of people hate Doquan right now. But yeah, if you enjoyed the live stream, like and subscribe. And I do Terra Luna updates every day. So thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. If you lost money, don't worry. We're gonna make a lot of money in the next few years. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna get to bed, but I'll see y'all next time.